Just outside with a slider, ball one. Only the second start of the postseason for Goldschmidt, who started their postseason opening loss to the Boston Red Sox in the AL wildcard. 4 for 8, though, he is in this playoffs. 1-0 off the end of the bat foul. Gives a bit of a different wrinkle to the Yankee lineup, and a lineup with so many big swinging power hitters. Goldschmidt really known for his ability to drive the ball the other way into the right center gap. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. They stayed away from him with 100 and got the whip. It's 1-2.
I'm actually surprised that they went away. Really, the only hole for Paul Goldschmidt is up and in with a pass ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they go there here.
Birch is set up inside. And the 1-2. Missed his spot at 100 above the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think that's where they were trying to go. Just missed his spot by quite a bit. Louie Varland might probably overthrew that pitch.
15th season for Goldschmidt, chasing that elusive World Series ring. The 2-2. And he drilled him. Trying to go up and in again. He missed with 98 on the letters, or numbers rather, as Goldschmidt sheds his batting shin guard and jogs down to first. Will be it for Louie Varland as a pocket of lefties is set to come up. We have our first pitching change on this bullpen day. Left-handed hitter Austin Wells about to approach the plate, and Mason Fluharty is coming out of the Blue Jays dugout. This pitching change is brought to you by Home Hardware, the official home improvement retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays. Locally owned, genuinely Canadian. With Fluharty set to warm up, and the Blue Jays leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second. We go back to baseball.
Thanks, guys. Let's check out that St. Louis Bar and Grill out-of-town scoreboard. The NHL season officially underway. All that started with a 3-2 Panthers win last night. Tonight, 4 games on the go. 2 of them are pretty big-time games. Habs at Leafs and the Battle of Alberta later on. Flames at Oilers. Let's check out how things sound down at Scotiabank Arena with the call. Here's Joe Ball.
It's a face-off when it's over. I want to finish. I'm trying to do
first Holy Mackinac of the season at 60 seconds in. Joe is right. Bobby McMahon did get the tip on a William Nylander shot on goal. The game is actually now tied 1-1 after Montreal's Oliver Kapanen scored shorthanded on a Leafs power play. However, you can watch it on Sportsnet 1 about 12 minutes to go in the first period. And yes, Oliver is related to former Leaf Kasperi, if you're curious. They are cousins. Other games on right now, Bruins at Capitals. The Capitals on the power play. The game just getting started, just about a minute in. It is 0 between Boston and Washington. Flames and Oilers puck drop in the latest edition of the Battle of Alberta will go 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, also on Sportsnet 1. Blue Jays baseball, as always, brought to you by Crown Rust Protection. Let's get you back to the action in New York with the call on the Sportsnet Radio Network. Here's Ben Shulman and Chris LaRue.
Thank you very much, Joe. We return to Yankee Stadium in the bottom of the second inning. The Blue Jays lead the New York Yankees 1-0. Louie Varland out after an inning and a third, and Mason Fluharty enters with 1 out in the spot of the second, and Paul Goldschmidt on first base. Just wrapped up his warm-ups, takes a lap around the hill. He went yesterday, charged with 2 runs, only 1 of them earned in 2/3 of an inning, but was really hard done by on a 2-base error in that 4th inning, and then the runs came in on the Judge homer after he was taken out of the game. So it's one of those cases where he was probably a little bit better than the line would suggest. Still looking for a bounce back. He'll go left on left with Austin Wells. Big infield shift toward first. And the pitch. Sweeper low, ball 1. Eye-black and mustache-wearing catcher Wells bats left. 5 for 18 in the postseason. 3 RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Swing and miss. Strike to ball. Sweeper broke away. It's 1-1.
That's the difference maker right there. That sweeper that looks like a fastball, like a cutter, and then takes a hard right turn. Austin Wells really was nowhere near that pitch.
Wells stands tall left side. 1-1. And he lifts the sweeper foul into the seats out of play. Left-hand side. It's 1-2. feet from the outfield grass. He plays in between second and third with the shortstop Jimenez up the middle. Ernie Clement right in between first and second, and Vlad hugging the bag at first as he holds on Paul Goldschmidt.
Wouldn't be surprised if they come hard enough with that cutter. You see Mason Fluharty throw that pitch to perfection almost every single outing.
He's gone sweeper, sweeper, sweeper to start the plate appearance. Fluharty set. And the 1-2. Sweeper again taken by Wells. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now you have him leaning out over the plate. It would be a good time to throw that cutter.
Left-hander's 5th pitch of this appearance. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just kept feeding him sweepers in the same spot, and eventually Wells chased again. 2 out.
That's the best one I've seen him throw in a long time. Just when you have the batter thinking cutter, you throw another sweeper, and that one was absolutely perfect for strike 3.
The Blue Jays pen, by the way, it'll be all hands on deck today. Only the bottom of the second, and Rodriguez and Dominguez, Yariel and Sir Anthony are warming up right now. First pitch to Anthony Volpe. This is low ball 1. 1-0 Blue Jays, game 4 of the ALDS. We're in the bottom of the second with a runner on first and 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Ball strike. Sweeper heavy so far is Fluharty. Backdoor Volpe right there.
Volpe didn't like that ball. Immediately got a question for home plate umpire Tony Randazzo, but that was a perfect pitch right at the bottom of that strike zone.
Volpe 1 for 12 in the series, 5 for 23 in the playoffs. 1-1. And he pops the right foul out of play. Back behind home plate. It just drops short of the second deck. It's 1-2.
There was the cutter. The cutter at the top of the strike zone. Now that we change the eye level, you can go back to that sweeper, maybe back foot here.
Lead off first for Goldschmidt. Vladdy holding him on, hands on his knees. Fluharty set, staring at Goldschmidt. And now his 1-2 pitch. No, it's a step and throw over the first. Goldschmidt back in there. He might be on the back nine, but Paul Goldschmidt did steal 5 bases this year. And at the peak, Paul Goldschmidt could steal a lot of bases. In fact, he struck 32 for Arizona in 2016. He takes a big lead off first. And Fluharty's 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think people forget how good Paul Goldschmidt was in his prime. He was an absolute beast.
Well, he had the MVP here in St. Louis, but he was so good for so long in Arizona as well. He was hit by a pitch earlier this inning. That's why he's on first. 2-2. Shot with foul, third base side. Past Luis Rojas, third base coach for the Yankees.
That's 3 cutters in a row to Volpe. I think that they don't want to speed up the bat of Anthony Volpe, maybe trying to sneak that hard cutter past him at the top of the strike zone.
Blue Jays shift Volpe to the full side, the third base side. And the 2-2. Hard strike 3. Cutter at the top of the zone to freeze Volpe and around the hit batter. Varland and Fluharty combined to punch out 3 in a scoreless bottom of the second. We roll on to the third. The Blue Jays won the Yankees nothing in Game 4 of the American League Division Series. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Brown Rust Control Center, streaming on the Sportsnet app and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Martin is here to tell you about the huge Double XL free topping pizza from Pizza Pizza, just $19.99. That's a whopping 18-inch 3-topping thing of beauty for only $19.99. So hurry into Pizza Pizza today and bring a big appetite for a hot and fresh Double XL pizza. I'm loving this big voice. I may just call the game this way.
How do we craft tires specifically designed for Canadian weather conditions? We journey alongside them and endure the unexpected challenges the road throws at them. Winter is approaching quickly. Are you prepared? Choose Yokohama. Tailored precisely for Canadian weather, snow, ice, and cold can turn every drive into a challenge. Stay safe with the Yokohama Fall Rebate. Until November 30th, receive up to $100 back when you purchase 4 eligible Yokohama tires. Stay in control and drive with confidence. Choose Yokohama. Made precisely for you. Celebrate a win for your community at a charitable bingo and gaming center. Each game you play has a real-world impact on thousands of Ontario charities facing challenges such as food insecurity, educational needs, and rehabilitation.